She's a nut. You're a nut. Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is still Tuesday. It is the 20th of June 2022. Oh my god, it's too funny. She's such a trip. Such a good dog. She really, really is. This has been weird weather today. I mean, the threat of rain's been here all day. We had, like I said, we had some rain this morning, but it really hasn't continued. So it's definitely a cooler day. I don't even think it's 70 degrees today, but yeah, it's something else. All right. I wanted to talk to you guys about something which I really truly don't get. I don't get this, okay? I grew up in a generation where you actually respected the police. You feared the police, okay? Because they could wreck your day. The problem is I think a lot of people don't realize that they can still wreck your day if they want to. They really truly can. And so I see all these videos, on YouTube, different ones, goading, antagonizing, being disrespectful to the police. And listen, so first of all, let me just say this, okay? I get it, we have our rights. I understand that. I truly do understand that, okay? But at the same time, we also need to be smart and not be acting like fools and stupid. Once you put yourself on their radar, once you're on their radar, they're going to be watching you. They're going to be going, I'm going to keep an eye on this guy or this girl. They're giving me a hard time, and they're going to be watching extra hard. And the minute you step out of line and they can get you for something, they're going to get you for something, okay? I mean, there's the one video is the guy, he gets pulled over by the police and cracks the window this much. And the cop says, could you put your window down more? Oh, I can hear you just fine. And attitude from the get-go. Listen, if you're speeding or if you've done something like that, my thing is this. I've always had the mindset of, I want to go home. I don't want to have any kind of bad interaction with the police. No, I've had bad interactions with the police. Don't get me wrong. So I'm not like, I don't, cow tie and, oh, please, sir, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm saying. You can be respectful. You can make your point. You can say what you need to say without being rude, acting like a jerk, and those type of things. And if you are right, okay, if you are in the right, I have no problem with recording the police. Obviously, back when I was a youngster, that was not an option. But I've had plenty of interactions with the police through my years. I can say that. Again, some of them have been okay, but again, I think a lot of times, if you are respectful, I'm gonna give you one scenario, okay? I'm gonna explain one scenario that happened with me. So it was a holiday weekend. I was living in Charlotte, New York, and so I had said to my ex-wife at the time, Amy, I said to her, listen, I'm gonna go up to the casino. She's like, yeah, okay, that's fine. And so I take off, and I had my Mustang still at that point. I had a Ford Mustang convertible. So it was a silver Mustang with a black rag top. Nice car, beautiful car. And I think the twins were babies at the time. So I head out, and I'm on, there's a back way that you could go up that you avoid a lot of the BS. And so I'm on that route. And I have a rule of thumb. I've always had the rule of thumb. If it's 55, I do 65. If it's 65, I do 72. And if it's 70, I do 75. All right? I've never been pulled over doing those speeds. I will tell you that right now. I've never had an issue doing that, because like I said, I'm not out thinking I'm Mario Andretti or, any of those type of things. But I stopped and got gas. It was a 2-lane road. I got back on the road. I really wasn't watching my speed. and the cop comes by me the opposite way, and I look down as he goes by me, and I'm doing 74. And this is in a 55, all right? Or 72, I think I was doing 72 in a 55. And I'm like, oh, crap! Kicks his lights on immediately, right? Well, it's a 2-lane road, so it's going to take him a little time. He's got to stop, he's got to turn around and come back. So what did I do? I will tell you what I did. I immediately pulled over before he ever turned around. Before he ever even turned around. I just pulled over. Because I know he's coming for me. It's not like it's a surprise and, oh my God, I can't believe he's coming for me. I knew who he was coming for. So he comes up to the window, and I said to him, I said, well, I figured you were coming for me, so I just figured just save you the time. I said, I just pulled over. And he says, do you know why I pulled you over? And I said, yeah, I was going a little fast. I said, I just gotten gas, and I just got back on here. And I said, completely, it's completely my fault. And he goes, well, where are you headed? And I said, not like some of the people on YouTube videos, right? I said, well, I was headed to the casino. I had my ID for the casino ID that you get sitting on the seat. I said, I got sitting on the seat right here. I'm heading up to the casino. He said, you got anything on your license? And I said, no. So he took my license and registration and went back to his car. And I'm fully expecting I'm getting a ticket. I'm getting a ticket. Deservedly so. But I was respectful. I was not a jerk. I had pulled over before he ever even lit me up. He came back and he said, listen, he said, I'm not going to give you a ticket. I'm just going to give you a warning. He said, little heavy on, lead foot thing there. He goes, keep the speeds down. He goes, because if we don't get you, the state troopers will, especially being a holiday weekend. I said, thank you very much. I appreciate that. But see, here was the difference, okay? I was respectful. I realized that he was going to pull me over. So I just went ahead and pulled myself over and waited for him to come, all right? I'm not playing games. I'm not acting disrespectful. I'm not going to be a jerk. It's my own fault. I was speeding. If I had been doing, within my speed that I normally do, then, I would have been just fine. But I wasn't. So, it was my fault. I got out of that ticket. I fully anticipated getting a ticket that day. Fully anticipated it. But I got very fortunate. So, what do you got? What are you doing? You're being a nut job. I don't understand, really truly don't understand, the complete disrespect, the complete acting like a jerk. Why would you want to put yourself on their radar? That's what I really don't understand. Because these guys that do this, they are basically, so what they're probably not showing is their interactions with the police later on when they get caught for something, or the cops find something to give them a ticket for. They probably don't show those videos. They show the ones where they're like the tough guy, and I've showed the cops this, or I've showed the cops that. Man, showing up the cops, yeah, you might get away with it. You might get away with acting like a jerk, but you know what? It puts you on their radar. They know what you're driving. They can run your plates, right? Now, the interactions where people are getting walked up on, and here's the other one that I truly don't get. The auditors, right? That, yeah, we have the right to do this or do that. Like the ones going fishing with an AK-47 or whatever they have, or, AR-15, like down in Florida. They do it on purpose because they want people to call the police. The police come, like, well, I'm going fishing. I have a right. I can carry my gun, which they can. But they're doing it to create chaos, to create a problem. That I don't think is necessary either, because the police actually have other things that they need to be doing and taking care of than dealing with stupid stuff of people trying to cause a problem. When you have the people that are doing the filming, and because they can, and they're enticing or trying to get that interaction with the police, trying to cause problems. I just don't get it. Okay? Yes, do you have the right? Can you do it? Sure you can. But you're just putting yourself on the radar. Because if you think that's the end of it, oh, look, I won. I got this great video, and I've showed these guys, I've showed them who the boss is. You're an idiot if you think that's the case. Because they know who you are, and they know what's going on. And, you know, they're going to be looking for anything that they can to jam you up, you know, anything. So for all of you out there to think that, you know, that's great and that's the right behavior and the right way to act, you know, keep acting that way. And I'm going to tell you what, guys, and like I said, I've had bad interactions with police too. Not every interaction I've ever had with the police has gone the way that I hoped it would. I mean, I've gotten tickets that you know, that maybe some of them were deserved, some of them weren't. But the one thing I always did, I will tell you this right now, I was always respectful. I was always, you know, tried to be as pleasant as I could. I would say my point, but I'm not going out of my way to act like a jerk because I want to go home. I want the interaction to be over as quickly as possible. I don't want to interact with the police. So, you know, and I've had very little interaction with the police, you know, in the last 25 years. I will say that. When I was younger, maybe there was a little bit more. But you know, I mind my business. I take care of what I got to take care of. I don't want to be on anybody's radar. And it's funny, you guys will probably be like, well, you're on YouTube. You put yourself on YouTube. You put yourself on the radar, which is true. But I'm not out there goading, trying to antagonize, trying to cause problems, waste resources, police resources, to get a whole bunch of them to come, and then I can toot my horn and say how important I am and how I have my rights. You know what? Like I said, I would rather not. That's just where I'm at. So, anyway, guys, I'd like to hear your feedback on this. I want to hear what you think. You know, do we have the right to do that? You absolutely do. And I will never deny that you have the right to do that. But to antagonize the police, I think in the long run is stupid. You don't want to be on the radar. And so that's just my thought on that. Like I said, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. You know, maybe share some of your interactions in the comments, you know, with police, good or bad. Because like I said, I've had both. I've talked about both on this channel. And so, you know, like I said, I try not to antagonize them. I try to keep a low profile. I try to not, you know, I don't want them to bother me, so I'm not going to bother them. All right, guys, I will talk to you all later. I hope everybody's having a great day. Be safe. Remember, we truly are all in this together. That's important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from achieving your goals is you. Look at the trees. Isn't that beautiful how they're blowing with the breeze? Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. I'm just going to show you how the trees are blowing in the wind. Very cool. All right, have a great day. I will talk to you later. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.